Hello people of the internet. Well look, I've got more alcohol markers and these ones are quite interesting because they are brush tips. They are skinny brush tips. So they look, now the reason why some of them are missing is because I already have them out here, and if you look at these you may recognise them. Well, you certainly may recognise the way that they look because they are exactly the same bodies as these Ohuhu 48 markers, which I reviewed a while ago, and I'll put a link up there for the review, and then later on found out that they yellowed. And by yellow I mean that they leave a yellow residue on preceding pages. So you can see, and this one that I coloured here, that's what it does on the preceding page, and that's what it does, which you can't see so well, you can if I hold it like that, on the preceding, the following and the one before. So you get a yellow haze left behind with these Ohuhu pens. So I was really interested to see these pens, and let's get one that's the same colour. We got 354. Do we have a 354? Oh my word, don't tell me they're all different colours. Maybe that's it. 354. So this is 354. Boo, boo. In the Efimeso markers, and this is 354 in the Ohuhu markers, and you can see they are, let's hold it up because they're triangles so they are the same. They have the same bodies, they have the same basic information. Now the only difference is, ouch, they both have the same chisel. Ooh, doesn't really matter if I mix the tops up, they're the same. And the difference is the Ohuhus. Oh my word, that just flew. Anyway, the Ohuhus have the bullet tip, and the Efimeso have the brush tip. You can see that is a nice brush tip. Okay, so, and colour wise, and they are exactly the same, which you would expect because they are the same colour number. Okay, now interestingly, these colour numbers, when I did the review on the Ohuhu ones, someone commented that the numbers, which don't relate to the Shinhan inks like all the other generic alcohol markers that you get, and someone commented that these numbers are the Pantone numbers, and I was like, oh, you're right. And I looked it up. I mean, I'm going to put a square in here now of colour 354 on the Pantone, and you'll see that it's the same colour as this. I hope. I'm doing this in the editing. If it's not, I'm going to look really stupid, but when I did look it up, they were the same. And that I found that really interesting. Now Ohuhu actually contacted me after I made the shorts video that I made that said about that these yellowed, and I had quite a bit of an ongoing conversation with them, and I asked them, you know, because the other Ohuhu pens, these type of pens, do not do the same yellowing, and I said, and they don't even have the same ink numbers, and so it's to me that they've got these made. These are a generic white label, clearly type of pen that they've got made and branded as Ohuhu, and they're not of the same quality as these. And I just wish that Ohuhu would stick with, you know, find a product and run with it. They are doing that with these, and they're such good markers. Don't dilute your range by off-branding things. But anyway, they contacted me and I asked, you know, were these made in another factory? And they went off to find out. They said they'd come back to me when they found out. And I got another email saying that that they believe that they were, but they don't have all the information because they're not. They're more the marketing department than the product manufacture department. And they've ended up, and I'll do another video about it, sending me a gift to say, you know, sorry that these weren't as expected. So when I saw these come out, ooh, bring you up. You know, there's 120 colours of these, and the Ohu comes in a 96. They're brush markers. They were very reasonably priced, less than £20. I think I paid £16 for this 120. I was like, I've got to try them for two reasons. Number one, to see whether they are exactly the same, because, you know, that's what I do in research land, in pen research lands is what I do for the people of the internet, to see whether they're the same pens, whether they're the same colours, and whether they do the horrible yellowing thing. So what I have been doing is I've been prepping some stuff, which is why these pens are out. I've been colouring in some books already, so that I can show you the books with the yellowing or not in them. So that's what I've been doing. But let's have a quick look at these pens, because they come in a nice case, and in there's a divided, can you see that? There's a divided thing to stop them wobbling around. They're a nice little set, and they come in a nice array of colours as well. So you can see this array along here is all the sort of reds, and then the oranges and the yellows, and then we're going to the purples, and there's a lot of purples, which is unusual in alcohol markers. I need to take this polythene properly off. There we go. And I've already got some out, like I said, and then it goes into more pinks, and then a load of greens, really a lot of greens, whole row of beautiful blues, and then some greys, light browns, dark browns, dark browns. It's a nice set. It's a nice set of colours. You know, 120 colours, which is 24 more than the Ohuhu set come in. And let's just hope. Let's just hope they don't yellow. And like I say, you know, the chisel is a normal chisel, small size chisel, and the brush is actually a really nice brush tip. It's quite long, but it's quite, you know, you can really do fine with it. You know, these could be so good if they didn't yellow. So let's now go and have a look at the yellowing results. You have such nice nibs on these pens. It is such a shame though that they are most likely to yellow, which we will find out. We will find out. Look at that. Look at that beautiful nib. Okay, any more rose leaves? Here's one. And that's it for the rose leaves. Now the roses. You see that little bit of red there that came through? I'm now going to have to go over this bit here. It's interesting that a red can go right over a mulberry, dark sort of mulberry colour, and darken it up to a nice deep red. Usually when you use such a dark colour. It won't. Okay, now we can revisit this later. Alright, leave the berries there. I'm going to do the orange flowers in the middle. quickly check what colour we did use before. Oh, I did an orange and a green. Interesting. And then I did a deep green, so let's do that deep green first. So all these leaves are a deep green. So we'll use this one. This will do. Okay, brought you down now to do a bit of the orange flower. Not sure I'm using the same orange as I did on the other one. You'll see a bit of the green from underneath on me blotter sheet seeping through there. If you can see it, you can't see it on the camera. You might be able to once I put it on the big screen. And then I'm going to do these smaller ones, a different shade of orange, just so that, because I don't know which orange I used last time. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do the rest of this now and come back to you again. Alright, so I'm going to leave that there, take out my backing sheet, and let it dry for a little bit, and then you can see it's come through like it always does. Similar, I don't know how similar the come through, the bleed through was on the previous one. So that's the previous one, and that is this one. So yeah, that orange looks very similar. So now what I will do is close this book. I'm going to put a little bit of card in it so I remember what page it is. Poof. And we'll come back to that in I don't know, a week or so. I actually bought these quite a while ago and I didn't show them in a haul, and the reason why I didn't show them in a haul is because I didn't want anyone to rush out and buy them and go, oh, they look really good value, £120, if they did that yellowing thing. So what I decided to do is not show them until I'd tested them, and I've done it now in 3 different colouring books. You've seen me doing it in the mandala one, and I've done it in 2 others as well, and so that we can come back and have a look and see whether they yellowed. So yeah, and if you're seeing this video now, that means the testing is complete and we're just about to see the results. So well, I'm back. It's now January, nearly the end of January, and I was just looking at these books and thinking, why are these books sitting here? Why aren't they on the shelf? And I remembered way back in November I filmed some footage about some pens, and this is the results. And so yeah, I just went and found the footage and had a look at it, and so I'm ready to show you the results. I'm quite excited. Slap of tea obviously, and luckily I cleverly labelled them so I knew that these are the Efimeso brush results. So let's have a look, and it is Will They Yellow. Now this is the I don't know what page this was. I did it in the Relaxing Garden colouring book from Ollie Colours. You saw me doing that rose and some other bits and pieces. And do they yellow? Well, the answer is yes, they do. I don't know if you can see that, but there's big blobs of yellow. There you go, you can if I get nice and close to the camera. So there's yellow there, there's yellow there. So that yellowing has come from that green by the looks of it. Yeah, because that green has come through there. And that green, that's the same green. Doesn't look like the red. Doesn't look like the red has yellowed. Oh, that English. There's more up there as well. So, and this is one of the ones with a black background. I always thought that the yellowing didn't happen so much on colouring books with a black background, but it did in that one. So I'm not optimistic for floral mandalas, and so I shouldn't be. Let's get it up because I can see it It's because I've got the lights on bright for filming. There you go. So you can see that that orange flower there has caused yellowing, and the orange flower down there has caused yellowing. So it's, you won't see it so much. Oh, you can see it there. So you can see the yellowing's come through. There's also a bit of bleed through, but that was me probably. You can see the yellowing. So yeah, so the answer is about the Efimeso pens is, do they yellow? And the answer is yes. Therefore, do I recommend them? The answer is no. No, I don't. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and take care. Bye!